you mentioned something about risk and looking at potential risks and how it can affect the commodities market. So what kind of data do you look at to analyze risk for the commodities market?
We analyze a lot on the future exchange market, the prices there in the futures. We analyze premiums that are this difference in locations as well. So we have that analyzed too. We have the foreign exchange rates, because then we have risks in highs while, you know, the commodities being traded mainly in dollars. So we have those kind of risks as well. Interest rates as well, because they are impacting the effects, the effects. So there's lots of different things that we look at, and then we can put together in statistical models to try and grasp what's the risk deriving from those movements in the market.
Right. So would that be like an algorithm, an equation of some sort where you go, this has like this percentage, this has this percentage, change things around, and you get like a number at the other end? Like, you know,
kind of, yes, kind of.
It's getting risky, or green, it's all good. Orange, nobody knows.
Yeah, there is something we can do something like that. Like when we need to cross the street, you know, I forgot the name of that.
The traffic light.
Yes, we can do something like that to highlight the risks.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do that. We just analyze how volatile is the market, and then how that affects the prices, and then how these in turn would affect the final results.
Interesting.
So it's like using statistics. Yeah, using statistics.
Interesting. Now, when you say the futures market, what is a futures market?
Futures market, it is, how can I explain it in an easy way? It is, you know that in the future you're gonna need something, need to buy something, and you need to buy this. Let's use bean. You're gonna have to buy soybeans for your production, and then there are people already trading that for the future. And then we have these contracts in the exchange that are, you know, standard. So we know exactly what kind of quality are gonna receive, the amount, and all of that. So these basic characteristics are all set. And then I can already lock in the price that I'm gonna buy this product later on in the market. And then, of course, there's various ways I can use that as a form of hedging, as a protection. For then when I actually go to sell this here in Brazil, I already have this portion of my product already set the price. It's not going to change anymore. If price goes up and down or down, to me, it's not a problem anymore, because I have already locked the price that I'm going to do this purchase or do this sale.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And that's called hedging, when you fix a price at a certain level.
It could be because I could just fix it and then deliver that in the exchange. So then it's going to be actually a trade. It's not exactly a hedge, because I have this this commitment done. But if, for instance, I do not intend to deliver that in the exchange, but then I lock this price with the exchange, then I could call it a hedge, a protection.
Okay. So if you lock it, right, then it becomes a hedge.
Because, for instance, if I don't want to deliver, what I can do, because I have the liquidity to do so, I can, I sold that at the exchange, then I can buy it back. And in the end, I'm not going to deliver that, but the prices have been locked. It's already, I'm not going to lose, the money anymore. Because then I'm just good. Yeah, I can do this. I can do the sale locally in Brazil to another player, or I can do this sale to the Chinese destination or European destination, and then prices are already set. And then I don't fear anymore these fluctuations in prices, because I have already done that in the futures.
Okay. What happens if the buyer says, yes, I agree to buy it at this price, and then something happens in the market and then the price just drops? Like, can they get out of that deal, or that's it? They have to buy it at this price?
If they're going to fulfill the commitment, they have to buy it.
Right.
But of course, we can have some things called defaults. They can default the contract. And then, of course, there are some clauses in there that guarantee some fees or penalties that then, the other part does not, incur too much losses coming from that. But that's possible. That can happen as well, the defaults. And it's really common when you are buying something or selling something at a price, and then it goes the other way around, and then you would get more money by selling that in the market or buying that in the market. So it's a risk that we have to also monitor around. It's credit risk.
Okay, okay. What about, let's say, for example, free trade agreements? If one country has a free trade agreement with another country, does this affect the commodities market at all, or is this like a separate thing altogether?
No, it does affect as well. If you think about this phase one deal between China and US, for instance, where China has to buy a certain amount of goods from US, that could have some, not disruption, but then it could have an impact in the trading. Because then, for instance, they can divert the demand from Brazil to US to fulfill this commitment. So
Oh,
there's differences around, yeah, and it affects.
interesting.